enter one and pass the cloudy door where wonderful things will happen that the world has never seen before.
In Dexter's laboratory lives the dopest nerd you've ever seen. One day he smoked some cannabis and had a dream. What if he could sesh with fandom's best in Dexter's Dab?
Hello, friends. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Nerdy Stoner Podcast with your favorite huggable stone nerd, Dexter, aka the Supreme High. I told you I'd do it back here Wednesday, Sailor Moon. Let's go. I am really trying to stay consistent with all of this and, just do what I gotta do. Yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it. So yeah, Sailor Moon, aka, or her real name is Usagi. Yeah, I feel like I don't need to really explain. She's one of the most iconic anime characters like ever. She's up there with Goku, up there with Naruto, Pikachu. Like people who don't watch anime know who Sailor Moon is. So I feel like she needs no introduction because she is her. But yeah, I've always wanted to, take some quotes from Sailor Moon, and I figure, hey, why not? Here's the time. So yeah, let's jump into it. First thing first, what are we gonna be smoking on? As y'all know, I love to stay on theme with my people. So today, we are gonna be smoking on some very, very nice full moon. Now, this is going to be a sativa dominant hybrid, which was grown by Nirvana Seeds. And they actually found these seeds in Thailand off of Koh Phangan. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's actually named after a famous moon party that they have monthly in Had on Hadreen Beach. Again, I hope I'm saying this right and not butchering anything, but it's a classic tropical sativa. It's gonna have nice sweet smells with a spicy smoke to it. It's gonna have you feeling nice and energetic, uplifted. It's gonna be really good for fatigue, getting you in a really nice creative mood. The dominant terpenes in there are gonna be myrcene, terpinolene, and pinene. Those are all gonna be really good for helping out with any type of depression, stress. And as far as like the flavors, you're gonna get that herbalness from the myrcene, that sweetness from the terpinolene, and the pine from the pinene. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a really good smoke for us. One day I actually hope to, you know, have the strain that I'm talking about and, be able to like smoke it on camera or something. And yeah, I just think that would be really cool. But as for where and how we're gonna smoke. Not gonna lie, I haven't seen Sailor Moon in a while, but in doing research, I figure why not go to one of the best places there, the Moon Castle. I mean, at the end of the series, she rebuilt it. It's her home, and it's a fucking moon castle. Like, why wouldn't I want to go there? First of all, it's a castle, let alone a moon castle. Like, yeah, this is just gonna be awesome. Like, I don't think I've picked a castle for a location yet, so hey, first time. But yeah, and as for how we're gonna smoke, I believe I've actually seen this out there, but there is a pipe that is shaped like Sailor Moon's wand, and I want one. And I figure, showing up with that, that's gonna be the perfect thing to smoke out of. Let's inhale some moon power. But yeah, getting into it. We're chilling at the Moon Castle, smoking out of the crystal pipe, and yeah, start talking about some life lessons that she's learned along the way. And to start things off, well, gotta start off with a classic. A classic lesson that is in pretty much every anime show out there that involves a hero's journey. And that quote is, we have lots of ups and downs, pleasures and pains, but that's life, and we learn to accept the bad with the good. Without the bad times, we wouldn't appreciate the good times. And like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like we need the good and the bad in our life because without that balance, we we just have too much of one or the other. Too much bad, you're suffering. Too much good, and you stop paying attention to a lot of other shit going on. Um, I've been finding that I've been looking at the good in life a lot more. Um, like I can basically have something happen where either what's a good example? Um, Maybe I'm running a little late for work, or I, decide to go to the grocery store a little later than I usually do. 9 times out of 10, I'll be able to find some type of positive outlook on it. Whereas, like, oh, I showed up to work at this time, I was able to talk to this person. If I had shown up earlier or later, probably wouldn't have happened. Got to the grocery store, found this cool thing there that was almost out of stock. If I'd have gone there earlier, sure, might have missed it or whatever. But hey, either way, I got it, and that's good. So I guess I'm just trying to say that it's all about perspective, and I'm not trying to discount anything bad anybody has going on in life. I'm just saying that there are good things to look at if you try. Like I said back in the IRO episode, if you look for the bad, that's all you're ever gonna see. But if you look for the good, you can find it. And speaking of finding the good, let's talk about some good people because there's one thing Sailor Moon has in her life, it is good people. Like the Sailor Scouts, her girls, they look out for her, and that's what's up. And throughout the entire journey of the series, they've been there through all her ups and downs, all the changes that she's been through. And I think that's a really important lesson in life to not forget the people that have been there for you while you were a different version or different versions of you. Um, the best way to put it is how she says it. No matter how much you change, please don't forget the people who care for you. And yeah, like I said, don't don't forget about the people that have been there for you since day one. Don't forget about your day ones, like because those are the ones that have been there and seen you not only at your best but your worst. And seeing you at your worst, they still choose to be in your life, and that means something. That means a lot. Like I could definitely think of some bad times that friends have seen me through, and they still continue to be my friends, and I'm really grateful for it. I honestly don't know where I would be without a lot of them, and I know you're hot watching this. I love you, and I appreciate you, and just really happy and grateful for you to be with me in this life along this crazy journey and all these different versions of me that you've seen come and go. Like, thank you. And, you know, you've also been that person for other people in your life too. Like, I'm sure you can think of some people in your life that have gone through some changes. Maybe not necessarily some good ones, but you've, still stuck with them, and that's awesome. That's great. You're a good person. You're a great friend. Now, expanding from people that you do know to people that you don't know, another thing that Usagi likes to talk about is how uh, people often tend to look at or focus on their differences rather than their similarities. And that's tried and true for a lot of people in the real world, too. Like, there are so many people focused on this person's like that or this person's not like me, that we're losing sight of so much bigger shit that's going on. And if we just started focusing on the things that everybody needs, the world could be a whole lot better. Like, I know that it's been said before, but it honestly needs to be said time and time again until people really understand it. And Usagi put it one of the best ways. Like, people of the world, all of them, tend to think only about what we cannot share. But our brains are all the same. We are the same people. And yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, we are all the same people who need the same basic things: food, water, shelter, and everybody deserves that. Like, if we could just stop focusing on, oh well, they have this and I don't, or they're like this and I'm not, instead of focusing on, like, hey, we both want like good things for kids, right? So let's focus on the good things that they need. um yeah, it really sucks that we're so, or a lot of us are so focused on the differences that we have, that we really lose sight of all the good that can be done when we just kind of collectively come together for the things that everybody needs. And one day I really hope that that happens, because unfortunately, a lot of these differences that we focus on with one another tends to lead to a lot of violence and fighting and just wanting to conquer other people, and it's my way that's right. um and it sucks, and Usagi is definitely no stranger to war and fighting and just everything that excuse me, comes with it. She said it herself, like, nothing will come out of fighting. Fighting isn't the only way to solve things, and it's really not. Like, there's so much in this world that can be solved by simply talking and, hearing the other person out. Not just on the big scale, but on the small scale too. Like, you have some type of disagreement with someone, you talk it out with them instead of just trying to, blame them, or, whatever, for whatever is happening. It's just that we fighting is just, it seems like it's always the first resort when it comes to things, like whether it be physical, verbal, mental, whatever goal that you choose. Um, yeah, it's often never ends well. So we should stop doing it so much. Like, the world would just be such a better place if we could just talk so much out more. And this is why I feel like a lot of people need therapy. Granted, I know therapy is expensive and not everybody can afford it, but yeah, a lot of people definitely need therapy, or at least, the very least, people need to be able to talk to people about what's going on in their lives. Um, because yeah, one thing I like to say is feelings are a lot like throw up, better out than in. Yeah, but got a couple more quotes for you today, folks, and yeah, that'll be it. Um, but this next one, I feel like I've said it with other characters before, just in a different way. I feel like that's how a lot of these are, saying the same thing just in different ways. But it's good to have the reminder. And this one, I think, is really applicable to some stuff that I've been thinking about recently when it comes to being a creative and just in life in general. And it's when Usagi said, I'm going to be my own kind of princess. And you should too. Like, I know I've said it on here before, but I, have a lot of the good old imposter syndrome, and comparing myself to other people, other creatives, um, just seeing different things that they do and feeling like I need to emulate them and be like them in order to grow and reach more people. But I don't. I've been doing my own thing for a while. Even when I have those thoughts, like I still do my own thing. Like I don't see anybody else talking about getting high with their favorite characters or interviewing people, asking them what characters they want to get high with and stuff like that. Um, so I've been being my own person or growing into my own person, I guess is a better way to put it. Because this is a journey, and I'm gonna keep growing on that journey. But um, you know, to you should be your own kind of princess too. Like you're an individual. There's only one of you that exists in this world. It's just like there's only one of me. There's only one of your friend, sister, uncle, whoever. There's only one version of that person, and the best thing that you or them or I can do is to be the best version of that self that we can. And that means, for one, stop, focusing so much on other people and, looking at their tiaras or dresses or whatever they have and being like, oh, I wish I had that, instead of seeing, what you do have and leaning into your own strengths and gifts and just the stuff that you're good at, lean into the stuff that makes you happy because that's gonna really make you shine and be the best princess that you can be. And last but certainly not least, this is definitely a really cliche one, but definitely one that needs to be reiterated. And it's that you can't judge how beautiful a girl really is by the way she looks. And I feel like that's more, basically just another version of you can't judge a book by its cover. And it's true. Whether it be a person, an activity, a new hobby, or even a show, you can't really judge it just by how it looks. You actually have to engage with them, with it. You gotta really try. You know, um, don't half-ass it, whole-ass it, as Ron Swanson would say. Um, yeah, I feel like myself included, I definitely been in that situation where I've overlooked something or someone and then came back around and like, oh, damn, they're actually pretty cool, or this is actually pretty cool. Like, I wish I would have known this sooner. And I feel like I've missed a lot of opportunities that way. And like, especially with thinking like I was undeserving of it, or something like might have been too good for me. Like, I know a lot of people usually use this saying to like be like something isn't good enough for them, but I can often see it as a way of me not being good enough for some things. Like judging, oh, that person's not gonna want to hang out with me or anything, or oh, I'm not gonna be any good at this thing. Like, just making those assumptions before I even find out. And I'm again learning to be better at that and not do that. Shout out to therapy and all that good stuff. Being vulnerable. Um, even doing this, being vulnerable with that, like it's helping. Like, I remember in a past episode, I was scared to share parts about myself because I didn't think that it would be good, or people wouldn't like it or something. But it actually wound up helping somebody. And if I didn't say that thing, then it wouldn't have helped them. And however it helped them in their life, I'm just glad that it did. So let that be a lesson to you. Um, yeah, don't judge something before you actually give it a shot. Yeah. But that's gonna do it for today, my friends. Yeah, happy to get the ball rolling on this again. Be well, hey, I got two out. I'm happy. Um, Definitely got more coming up. I haven't decided who the next character is gonna be yet, but I have a few ideas. So, uh, yeah, when I do that, you guys will see. But yeah, don't forget. Excuse me. Got the CBD cook off coming up. Make sure you go follow MJ Connect so you can stay up to date on that. July 13th, Baltimore area, Overhill's Mansion. Come out, support your boy, try my food. What else? Don't have any events coming up that I can think of right now. Yeah, I think that's about it. Um, had some interviews recently. They're gonna be coming out soon. Make sure you go check out the one that I recently released with Brooke, talking about different types of career advice because times is hard with these jobs, y'all, and we need all the help we can get. Check her out. She's helped me out a lot, and I'm sure she can help you out too. Yeah, of course, like, share, follow. Hey, how about this? You can leave me a comment and let me know who you might want me to talk about next. How about that? Be a nice change of pace, you pick somebody for me. But yeah, until then, make sure you meditate, hydrate, and be great. Bye.